In this video guide, I'm going to talk about the personal growth page of the journey log, also known as the character outcome portfolio. And this page is also important because this is going to define your personal growth for this particular character outcome. Just like in the Define Mastery, we have in the corner here, there's going to be a link for you to watch a video guide of this page, and that's what you're watching now. In case you need to review or don't remember certain aspects of how to fill this personal growth page out. Just as in the Define Mastery part also, you'll see that we have the title of the character outcome, and linked to that is the development path. You'll see the student and the student name, which we linked previously to my Google folder where I store all my work. And then especially for the mentors, it's the same link that's going to bring you to the page within Pathwright for you to see the actual work done by the student within Pathwright. Okay, here we also have, in this personal growth part, you see there's also a link here that's going to take you to a document, or in this case it's going to be a short learning experience in regards how to make a SMART plan. And so this is particularly helpful for the student as they think through their personal growth plan, because it's going to guide you through the process and really highlights the important parts that you need to include in creating a good plan for growth, otherwise known as a SMART plan. So as you can see here, we have different aspects or different parts to the personal growth page, and it starts out with this green identify growth, and you will notice that this green is actually the same green that you have in the Define Mastery page. And in fact, what happens is as you fill this in on this first page, the personal growth page is automatically filled in. So you can see here, I need to understand what spiritual formation is. That's what I need to grow in content. You can see it's automatically filled in here as well. No need to type in more. So as you fill in this part of identify growth, it'll also fill in this part of identify growth in the personal growth page. And so as these are filled in, then you're going to look through and develop a plan of action. Now, one thing you'll want to take into consideration and discuss with your mentor team, as you can see, there are 3 parts for content, 1 for each competency, 3 parts for the character, and 3 parts for the craft. And it may be that you just want to focus on 1 part of content, 1 part of character, and 1 part of craft instead of 3, because you really want to go in depth, or maybe 2 parts. And so don't feel like you need to do all 3 parts. You want to identify what's most important to you that's going to help you grow and arrive at a greater competency in the character outcome. So this part of identify growth is going to be populated, like I said, from the Define Mastery part. Then what you want to do is put in a plan of action, write out a plan of action that's going to describe the steps, specific steps that you're going to take in order to grow in this particular area. So if I need to grow in understanding what spiritual formation is, maybe I need to read a book about spiritual formation, or maybe I need to meet with my pastor, or someone who has more experience in this area of spiritual formation. And so I'm going to write out the specific steps of how I want to grow, and then what it looks like to grow. So at the end, I'm going to have a solid understanding of what spiritual formation is. I'm going to understand different ways of practicing spiritual formation, such as fasting, or journaling, praying. So all that's going to be included in the plan of action, including a timeline to say I'm going to be working on this over the next 2 months, for instance, right? So here we have the resource block, and this is going to be both for you and your mentor to think through what are some resources that will be really helpful to helping me gain a good understanding of what spiritual formation is. And so you might have an idea, or your mentor might have an idea of a book, or articles, or videos, or a video series that would help help you understand about spiritual formation. And so you're going to just put all these different resources that you may want to investigate in order to help you accomplish your plan of action. Okay? And you'll also notice that there's a hyperlink here. And if I go to this hyperlink under resources, here it'll take me to the Kairos library toolbox. And you'll see that Kairos actually has a variety of different libraries, and this one is especially helpful, the Digital Theological Library. But you can see there's various library resources for you to look for resources on your particular topic. I'm not going to go into how to use the Digital Theological Library because you can go in and click on that, and that's going to give you instructions on how to access it. Just so you know, this is a quick link to help you get to the various library resources that are available through Kairos, and there are a lot. So make sure as you're thinking through your plan of action and looking for resources, you check out that. Now, as you go through this process, you as a student may want to make comments about your progress, or maybe things you're stuck on, or maybe you've come to the end and just want to do a brief reflection that, hey, now that I understand what spiritual formations are and the importance of them, I'm excited to move forward and practice, especially fasting. Okay, so this is a place for you as a student to make comments about the progress, or on your plan, or notes about your plan, or any reflections. And then here there's also space for your mentors to make comments as they see you, or maybe they have looked at your progress and just want to leave a note here, encourage you, or maybe make some more suggestions. So mentors can make their comments. So, and as you go through this, you'll be filling this all out, and in the end, this will be completely full, and hopefully you'll have achieved a significant amount of growth in particular area of content or content character craft in relation to the character outcome, and it'll help you have arrived at a greater level of competency for the character outcome. And so that is a brief summary of the personal growth page for the Journey Log.